We're talking about a turnaround at Chelsea, if that's indeed... Well, they do need a turnaround. They need a turnaround in performance and results. It's a long season. It's just started and there's time for that. If memory serves me right, the turnaround was pretty quick at Brighton. It was a chalk and cheese approach. If you go back, for those people that watched a fair amount of Brighton, the approach of Chris Hughton and the approach of Graham Potter is black and white. It's chalk and cheese. One's extremely pragmatic and the other is very front foot, playing football from the back, different shape, everything. The other thing is, if you'd have said to Graham Potter when he was at Osterans, you'll be managing Brighton and Chelsea, he'd have laughed at you. So this is an unbelievable opportunity. But some of the rhetoric coming from Chelsea is a little strange. I mean, Todd Burley reportedly in his cohorts had an eye on Potter from the middle of the summer. They were already having doubts about Thomas Tuchel back in June or July, which is very strange with the money they're giving to Thomas Tuchel to buy players when they don't have a sporting director. So all these messages are mixed about also, Burley and his cohorts and his investors knew about Graham Potter. Well, who's telling them? Because these guys don't know Graham Potter from anybody, really. I mean, so somebody's advising them on that front. And the other side of the coin from Graham Potter going in, it's not dissimilar to Nagelsmann at RB Leipzig going to Bayern Munich. And before people go downstairs and start typing, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, we had this discussion about Nagelsmann. He was interviewed about the scenario walking into the Bayern Munich dressing room, and he himself said he was nervous. At Leipzig, he was the big star. They had good players, but he was the star. Goes to Bayern, and you walk in at the time, it's Lewandowski, it's Müller, it's all these great players. It's frightening sometimes. So Graham Potter's taking this confident, and I'm sure he is a confident, self-assured guy with his ideas, but he's walking out of that Brighton dressing room, and now he's walking in, he's telling Thiago Silva what to do, he's telling Koulibaly where he wants him to stand, he's telling Reece James, who's now, one of the best full-back stroke wing-backs in the game, and N'Golo Kante, Pierre Aubameyang's in the door, you've got all these attacking players. It's a different conversation. It can affect a manager. And so it's not going to be easy for him. And those players have to listen. If 3 or 4 of those senior players don't listen and turn the other way, it's a huge problem for him. I hope he does not face that. We're not seeing that at Bayern with Nagelsmann. Certainly not. I don't think we'll see it with Graham Potter. But it can be a problem. Going from talking to players at one side of the Premier League, although Brighton are doing well at the moment, talking to players that are not at the same level to these superstars is a different ball game. And you might just have to do it slightly differently. But I don't see, unless it's some severe unprofessionalism here, I think this is the best appointment with who is available that they could have made.
You've answered my next question. It feels like, with everything you're saying, that you would say that as well. You think that this was the best person
Well,
for the
unless
job.
you're going to go out and get the Man City or Liverpool manager who's struggling at the moment, but we know he's a great... Unless you're going to go out and get one of them, or unless you're going to go out and bring in another guy like Nagelsmann from one of the top leagues around Europe, where do you turn? Where do you turn? You turn to a progressive manager who has a great opportunity, who wants to play football the right way, who's very self-assured and knows what he wants, but he's just not a big name. But that doesn't matter. It's about getting results. So I've thought he was in the line for a decent job for a long time. I just never felt it would be a job as big as this. I felt it would be a Tottenham who were looking. I felt it might have been a Newcastle, a West Ham, but maybe an Arsenal at the time, but I never felt it would be one of the real big cheeses in European football.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.